We decided to do our group project over Glaze Salon. My name is Bianca Keys, and I'm the group coordinator of this project. The other group members are Christina Everett, Janelle Lee, and Donko Kinchik. I'm going to hand it over to Janelle, and she's going to talk about the industry analysis structure.
The competitors that are in the salon industry consist of big name salons, other small salons, and retail salons. Of these three, small neighborhood salons make up the biggest part of the market. Some of the things that are offered at salons are hair and nail care and products. The majority of salons offer hair services. You can go to get your hair cut, colored, and even lengthened. Some salons offer nail care such as pedicures and manicures. A big part of the salon industry is product sales. Salons offer many products for their clients, such as shampoos, lotions, cosmetics, and even Botox. There have been many demographic changes that have helped influence the salon industry. Men have caused a decent growth in the salon industry. With certain traits being more acceptable by society, men have been going to salons a lot more than they used to. Wages and household sizes have increased over the years. This has also caused an increase in the salon business. People can afford to get their hair done, and with the growing family size, it's easier to take your kids to go to get their hair cut rather than do it yourself. The technological changes that have affected the industry are social media and easier access to the internet. People are constantly having pictures and videos of new trends thrown in their faces. How many times have you scrolled through your newsfeed and seen something to do with hair, nails, or some kind of salon products? They have also made it easier for people to access pictures of what they want done. This is a tremendous help for indecisive people. I'm going to hand it over to Donko, who's going to discuss industry strategies.
Hello, I want to talk about the business and corporate level strategies. There are big name salons, small business salons such as the Glaze Salon, and department store salons. Big name salons such as Regis, Ulta, and Nexus are highly reliable on brand loyalty to keep their customer base. Small salons such as Glaze Salon that are family owned rely on the local community in order to stay in the business. Therefore, they strive for small, friendly environments. On the other hand, department store salons are efficient and cheap, and there are alternatives for hair services and products, and the efficiency keeps customers satisfied. Those three, marketing, location, and customer-centric culture, are three ways to compete in this industry particularly. As far as for marketing, Glaze Salon should keep investing in search engine marketing, especially around the keywords where they're directly competing against other salons in this area especially. Second thing is location. Glaze Salon is fortunate enough they're located on the main street, and business location is key to successful operations and will secure Glaze Salon's overall growth. By choosing the right location, Glaze Salon consider their salons, customers, and employees' needs. Glaze Salon business draws customers to their location since it's convenient and easily accessible. Also, Glaze Salon location provides the customers with a feeling of safety upon arrival and exit. Now I'm going to hand it to Christina. She's going to talk about strategic groups within the industry.
We have three strategic groups within our industry. We have the big name salons, which take up 15%. Those include John Frieda, Supercuts, Great Clips, and Regis. There is also department stores that have salons in them. Those include JCPenney's, Dillard's, Walmart, Belk, and Ulta. And the
small salons take up the largest portion, and those are all the local salons such as Glaze that are the local small salons. Next is Bianca, and she will be speaking about the key ratios and the measures.
Okay, so we have depicted graphically some relationships of Glaze Salon. This pie chart shows the skin services were 10% of Glaze Salon's revenue. And this includes like special events that they hold like once a month for Botox night or girls night out to bring in some extra revenue for skin services. And product sales make up 25% of the sales for Glaze Salon, and that includes the sales of their shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, lotion, straighteners, and etc. 41% of the sales come from hairstyles, cuts, and coloring, which women need to do on a regular basis. So, of course, that makes up most of the sales for the salon. And 24% of the sales involve nails. They have a few nail technicians at Glaze Salon, and as many of you know, getting your nails done isn't cheap. Shellac nails go from $30 to $40, and people need to get their nails done at least every 2 weeks. So this is a steady income for the company. And this other graph over here is we compare the yearly income for self-employed workers such as the owner of Glaze Salon, and we came up with $32,000 a year, and that does deduct expenses, and the regular salary for just a regular employee we estimate at $26,000 a year, because they do have to pay booth rent, and they only get a percentage of the sales they make on products by suggestive selling. And I'm going to hand it over to Janelle, and she's going to talk about key issues and future scenarios.
The salon industry is growing at a steady rate. The industry has grown at 5% a year. People are always going to need to get their hair cut, so even during tough times, salons don't really get hit hard. But during good times, people are getting extra stuff done to their hair. The customer base is growing. Like I said, more men are getting their hair done and even their nails done. This is a great opportunity for the salon industry. As the customer base grows, this will bring more clientele to the salons. Not only is the customer base growing, but what customers want is also growing. People are becoming a lot more health conscious. There are always all kinds of new and expensive skincare products that are coming out. The new fad right now is essential oils. Salons have really caught on to this new fad and have started selling it in their salons to increase their revenue. With the steady growth rate of the salon industry, there has been an increase in student enrollment in cosmetology. This makes it harder for cosmetologists to find jobs and establish their own business. The market is big, but the competition is growing fast. Another threat is that the cost advantage of department stores. Not only are they cheaper, but they are more efficient. When you're dragging 3 kids around town, it's a lot faster to just grab your stuff at Walmart and go than it is to stop at a salon. The last thing is do-it-yourself alternatives. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of Pinterest. This one website has made do-it-yourself a big trend right now. People will post all kinds of tutorials on how to do things. This could potentially hurt salons. Not as many people will be going to salons. Thanks to Pinterest, they will think it's something that they can just do themselves. I'm going to hand it over to Bianca so that she can give you a description of the firm.
Glaze Salon is owned by a woman in an LLC partnership with her husband. She had no background in the hair industry or salon industry before starting this salon. So she did have to hire a consultant to help her figure out what she needed to do to be a successful salon. And she leased out a storefront property on Main Street in Collinsville in about the summer of 2013. And they paid one set price to own the previous owner's salon, and they just bought into their furniture, equipment, chairs, and booths. And the vision for this salon was to provide the local community with a quality, trendy salon. And the products sold at Glaze Salon include Redken, Pureology, and Biolage products. They also sell lip scents, which is a new lipstick that has become a fad. And so I think this is good for Glaze Salon because it helps them branch out and reach new customers. And the target customers are women, ages 20 to 50. For many women, getting to go to a salon and get pampered provides a chance for them to get an escape from either work or watching kids all the time. So, the size of the firm, Glaze Salon is a small, friendly atmosphere, and the total sales for 1 year for the salon to be in business was $87,320, including products and services. Total assets, current and long-term, for 1 year equaled out to $74,166. The firm's culture and philosophy is based around being a family-oriented business. For instance, the owner's daughter is the manager, so she also works in the salon and has a lot of clientele. This salon has recently been renovated and is a trendy salon with multiple services that are offered. I'm going to hand it over to Donko, and he's going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages for Glaze Salon.
Advantages and disadvantages of this salon, particularly to other salons in this area. We're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses, particularly, and the first thing that Glaze Salon has and that other salon doesn't is that they have better equipment, and they are really focused on trends, which new technology, and always buying new equipment. Second thing, as I mentioned before, is that Glaze Salon is located on the Main Street in Collinsville. Other salons doesn't have as great location as this salon has, so great location is definitely the advantage. Third thing is that Glaze Salons is really meticulous and clean salon, which is also one of the advantages. And the last thing is it's really trendy. Disadvantage is that since it is located in a small town, it has difficulty growing because we have the set number of customers, so the income is always around the same from year to year. Small salon for your staff. It's really small salon. Now we have around 10. They have around 10 people, so it's just difficult to grow with so much people. The third thing is the inventory. They have problem with because the demand is not consistent. They have sometimes problems with inventory costs because they have products which are staying there for a long time period. Next I'm going to hand to Christina. She's going to talk about current strategies and opportunities and threats. I forgot to mention the finance part. Our team calculated financial statement from the last 3 to 5 years, and we came up with returns on assets were approximately 29%. Surprisingly, net profit margin was around 25%, which is great. And the last thing is that sales tripled in the last 3 years, which just proves that Glaze Salon is doing great. As far as for non-financial part. For instance, this salon 4 or 5 years ago started with just 3 or 4 people. Now they have more than 12 employees. They have new techniques since they invested in their employees by sending them to various seminars and trainings. Therefore, they learn new techniques, which is always a beneficial thing. And they have a loyal clientele. People who come there usually never leave, usually come back because they do a great job. So next I'm going to hand to Christina, as I mentioned, and she's going to talk about current strategies, opportunities, and trends.
The company's current opportunities is the first one is their ever-evolving hair trends. The hair trends are always. Glaze Salon's current strategies are they currently have 1 location, and within the next 3 years they are wanting to eventually go to 2. Even though they just have the 1 location, they have a variety of services and products, so you can have everything done. It's a one-stop shop. You can get your hair, your nails, everything in that one place. Right now they are providing excellent customer service, and another goal that they are having is they plan on to pay off their business loans within 5 years. Their opportunities and threats. The company's current opportunities is the ever-evolving hair trends. The trends are constantly changing, and so they need to go to all of the seminars and training to learn all the new stuff. They're introducing new product lines and brands. They are continuously improving their employees. The company threats is the larger competitors' pricing advantage. People can go and buy their products at Walmart and Target. They buy in bulk and they can get it for a lot cheaper, so they can sell it for a lot cheaper. New hair salons entering the area, that would be competition coming in, that their clientele would go to a different salon. And the employee turnover, with having to pay the booth rate and everything, sometimes you don't make as much money as you would like, and so the employee turnover could be high. Next, I'm going to give it to Danko, and he's going to give us recommendations.
Me and my team, we recommended these actions for Glaze Salon to grow and to be more effective and as efficient as possible. First thing we recommended was to find a prime location in a bigger city. They have to scout for talented stylists and cosmetologists. Since we want to grow, we need more employees. We need always to implement continuous improvement as long as equipment improvement as well. I mentioned inventory is an issue right now, so they have to come up with inventory control and to reduce those costs. Improving styling techniques. They're gonna have to keep sending their employees to various trainings and etc. As far as a marketing tool, they need to start using social media as a marketing tool, as well as long as they use promotions as incentives as well. Next slide, please. Also, they have to be well educated on new trends. The manager has to be educated where and how to find the right employees. They have to implement the suggestive selling, continuous local and distant advertising, open for call-ins on a daily basis. And the last but not least, they have to improve their time management. This was our presentation over the Glaze Salon.